In today's video, you will discover the 7-step roadmap to build a 6-figure coaching business. And if you stay until the end, you're not only going to get these 7 steps, but you're going to understand the order that you must follow them in because order is critical. So let's dive right in. What's the first step? Well, the first step to building a 6-figure coaching business is to choose a profitable coaching niche. Now, I am shocked personally at how many coaches struggle with this. This is the core problem, the number one obstacle any coach that I've ever mentored has struggled with. Why? Because many of us want to help everyone. And the fear that many coaches have is that if we niche down, if we get hyper specific on who our ideal client is, we miss out on opportunity. When in fact, the opposite is true. And I'll give you a little metaphor of why this is so important. So imagine that you're standing on a beach and I hand you a net. You're visiting me in San Diego, California. We are on the beach and I ask you to cast the net out into the ocean to catch as many fish as possible. And you decide, okay, well, I'm going to throw the net to make it as wide as possible so that it can take as much space and catch as many fish. But let me ask you a question. What happens to the holes in the net? If you do that, do the holes get bigger or do they get smaller? They get bigger, don't they? And what happens to the fish? The fish swim through the net and you never catch the fish. Now, I'm not calling your clients fish, but notice in this analogy, what I'm suggesting is that the more targeted you are, the more response you're going to get, the more engagement, the more leads, and yes, the more clients. And so the first thing that you want to do is choose a profitable coaching niche. Now, there's 3 simple questions that you can ask yourself to choose that niche. Number 1 is, do you have the results, the knowledge, the expertise to actually help them? There's plenty of profitable niches out there, but if you choose one that you don't have the experience or the knowledge or the expertise to help, then you're going to lack confidence. You're going to start maybe getting clients, but you're not going to be getting them results, and it's going to really slow down the growth of your business. So that's number 1 is, do you have the results yourself? Can you help others get those results? So that's foundational. Number 2 is, are you passionate about helping them? There's probably certain people that you could help, but they're not your ideal clients. And so building a coaching business is a time-consuming thing. And when you're spending a lot of time with your clients, you want to make sure that you're spending time with people that you enjoy spending time with. If you're not passionate about helping them, then you're not going to put all of your effort and focus into building this business. And then the third key question is, can they pay? Now, this is controversial. This may offend some people, but the reality is if somebody doesn't have the resources or they're not resourceful enough to come out with a way to work with you, then no matter how good your marketing is and how good your efforts are around sales, you're not going to attract the clients that you want. And you're not going to hit the income goals that you're looking for. And so although resources are important, resourcefulness is more important. So you got to make sure, is this person valuing and wanting a solution to their problem? If they're not, they're probably not the best niche for you to choose. So that's what I mean by choosing a profitable coaching niche. And that's the first step to building a 6-figure coaching business. What's the second step? The second step is to map your magnetic message. Do me a favor, just comment magnetic message below. I'd love to use the comments of this video as just kind of a stream for all the different takeaways. What is a magnetic message? A magnetic message is a short 5 to 7 second elevator pitch of who you help and the problem you solve. It's like who you help and what you help people with. So if somebody was to ask me what I do, I wouldn't tell them I'm a business coach, even though I'm a business coach and I help coaches grow their business. Instead, when somebody asks me what I do, I say I help coaches that aren't generating enough leads or in their first 6 figures in 12 months or less. Notice how clear and specific that is. And it had 3 core functions in that message. And I want you to write this down in your notes. The first core function is the person. I called out and I labeled the person, the specific person. I help coaches. So if you're a life coach, don't tell people you're a life coach. Tell them who you help. Who is your niche, right? What's the person that you help? Number 2 is the problem. I always lead with the problem because if I share some big, unbelievable promise, without a problem, it triggers people's BS meters. They don't believe me. They kind of hear it and they're blind to it and they go, oh my gosh, this guy's like everybody else who's over-promising and under-delivering online. So instead, I lead with a core problem. I help coaches who are struggling with generating enough leads. That's the core problem. Then I mentioned the promise. And the promise has got to be tangible, measurable, outcome-based. So my promise is to get you from 0 to 6 figures in 12 months or less, right? It's not hypey. It's not 7 figures overnight. It's not results without effort. It's a clear, magnetic message. And so that's what I want you to do. And I've got other training videos on how to do that, but that's enough that you need to start crafting that message. Step 3 of building a 6-figure coaching business is to package an irresistible offer. And an irresistible offer is a coaching offer that people feel crazy saying no to. And so what you don't want to do is you don't want to, have a package where you're trying to charge $3,000 or $5,000 for it, but people view it to be worth $100 or $500 to them, because that's not going to convert clients, of course. So instead, you want to make sure that the value is 10 times what you're asking them to pay. So if you're asking them to pay $5,000, then you want to make sure that the value that they get from that is at least $50,000. And there's an art and a science to crafting that. If you just check out my channel and look for the Irresistible Offer training, I have a whole detailed training on exactly how to do that. But just know that you will want to use things like scarcity and urgency and social proof. The way that you package your offer is critical for you to get the clients that you want. And that's number 3. So let's look at number 4 of the 7 steps. There's only a few more steps left. The 4th step to building a 6-figure coaching business is to conduct market research interviews. Now, this may sound not as sexy as what you wanted to hear, right? Because every other coach says, well, you need to build funnels and set up email lists and run ads. And yes, all those things will help your coaching business at the right time. But if you're just starting and you don't have any clients yet, that's not where you want to start, because it takes time to build content and to create funnels and have a lead gen system. What's much faster is for you to just leverage the relationship capital, the know, like, and trust factor that you have with your network, and conduct market research interviews with people who represent your ideal clients. And this is an interview where you hop on the phone and you basically ask them for a favor. You say, hey, listen, I'm launching a coaching business and I'm looking to interview some people so that I can craft this coaching business or coaching program to be as valuable as possible. Do you have 20 minutes where I can just ask you some questions? And if you've got a network, then people want to see you win and succeed. And so they're happy to do that. And the magic of this is that when you do it the right way, you'd be surprised that you can actually get clients from it. In fact, one of my students, Rachel, who's a business consultant, we taught her this strategy, and she literally enrolled 4 $3,000 coaching clients in the first 30 days of launching her business. So in the first 30 days, she generated $12K, not from growing an email list and running ads, but from just picking up the phone and having a couple conversations. So if you want the exact script of what questions to ask during this market research interview, I have a specific YouTube training video that you can watch up here. So click up here in the corner, watch that video, and I cannot wait to hear you implement this and the results that you get. So that's the 4th step. The 5th step to building a 6-figure coaching business is to structure a high-converting sales process. You must have a structured sales process. If you don't, you're winging it. And the last thing you want to do is show up on a call and try to offer a free coaching call, hoping that somebody becomes a client. I wasted months when I first started trying to do that, and it doesn't work. So you want to have a step-by-step process that's proven. And you want to make sure that your process converts at least minimum 20%. And I know that's low, but that's about the average of where coaches start when they have a structured sales process. If you're converting 5% or 10% of cold leads, then we've got to go back and pinpoint what's wrong in your sales process that we need to improve. Having that structured sales process will not only help you convert more clients, but as your business grows and you start hitting new plateaus, you're going to want to bring somebody on your team who you can train so that they can do the selling for you. It's a lot easier to train somebody if you have a structured step-by-step sales process that converts, and also important, that actually feels good to you. Don't just blindly follow some sales trainer that teaches you outdated 1980s hardcore closing techniques. That can work for some people, but if it doesn't match your personality, doesn't matter how good the script is, it's not going to work, and you're going to attract people and enroll maybe clients with it, but they're going to have buyer's remorse. So make sure to have a process that feels good to you. Let's move into the final 2 steps. The 6th step of building a 6-figure coaching business is to launch a Facebook group. Now, I'm only going to recommend this if your clients are on Facebook. Some of yours are not. Some of yours are more on LinkedIn or on YouTube. But if you think that your clients could be on Facebook, the best strategy today at the time of this video is to launch a Facebook group. And the reason is because it creates an audience that is filled at first with strangers, but over time and pretty quickly can become an audience of raving fans. And when you've got an audience of raving fans who view you as an expert because they've been consuming your content, it's a lot easier for you to start generating leads and attracting clients. And so Facebook groups are one of the best strategies today to start conversations with people, nurture them, warm them up, fill your calendar with sales calls, and then get your next clients. And so if you want to know exactly how to structure your Facebook group, launch it, and then fill it with the right people, I created another YouTube video on exactly how to do that. If you click up here in the corner, give that a watch. It'll be super useful to you on how to name your Facebook group, how to fill your Facebook group, and how to convert members into paying clients. Let's get to the final step, the 7th step to building a 6-figure coaching business. The final step is to master your organic marketing action plan. Now, what is an organic marketing action plan? It's a step-by-step social media plan of what you're going to post and what you're going to do on a monthly, weekly, and daily basis. Because let's just be honest, content is what creates conversations, and conversations creates clients. So you do need a step-by-step plan for producing content, but you want to make sure to have a plan that doesn't consume all of your time, because although content is important, it's not the highest and best use of your time as a CEO. You are a CEO of your coaching business, right? Whether you're just starting, you're the CEO. So do I want you to spend all your time on social media? Of course not. Having a plan allows you to leverage your time, schedule the posts, batch content, the content that you're going to post for the entire month ahead of you. That's what we do on YouTube. That's what we do on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. So having a step-by-step plan to know what to do on a monthly, weekly, and daily basis is critical. It's something that I highly recommend that you do. And yeah, so again, there's a training that I'll point to in a moment that will help you with that. So here's what I want. I want you to take a moment because I want you to comment clients below if you want to watch a video that gives you this organic marketing action plan. Because I've got a video called How to Get Coaching Clients Online, and it gives you literally the step-by-step organic marketing action plan. If you want it, just comment clients below and my team will send you the YouTube video. Now, before I wrap up this video, I have a favor to ask. I just looked at my analytics and I noticed that 74% of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed to my channel, which is way too high. So if this is the first video that you've ever watched, or you've watched a ton of my videos and you've gotten value, then I invite you to subscribe to my channel so that you never miss a future video. So go ahead and do that now. And once you've subscribed, make sure to check out my next video, which is how to become a 6-figure coach without a certification. Because yes, some of you have certifications, some of you don't. Here's the truth. You don't need a certification, but if you want to know how to become a 6-figure coach without a certification, click up here, watch that video, and I'll see you in the next video. My name is Peter Scott, reminding you to be here, act now, and fear less.